Y01. It's a 2775 heat unit bean. This is the bean that Pioneer has done very well with. It's an excellent high yielding bean for this area. You can see it's still got good pod development. It's a full season bean, like planted this year on the 2nd of June. Other years, yeah, it's going to be right in there with the 2760s, the kelp. There's very little mold showing up in the varieties. In this past year, the 10T91R, it's a 2775 heat unit bean, so very similar maturity to the 91Y01. Rosendale has the field across the road there. It was planted considerably earlier, so you can see it's dropping its leaves pretty well. It's got pretty good protection for the white mold also, and it's also got the soybean cyst nematode tolerance. So if you have that insect problem in your farm, which around here we don't have any documented cases, but that's not saying on some of the lighter soils that there is some out there, the soybean cyst nematodes. So season, and it's just a little later than the first two varieties we talked about. Not going to say too much more about it. We'll have to see how it yields this year. 5P24R. It's the earliest bean in the plot here. It's 2625 heat unit. Came out last year. If you look down the hollow, there's some mold showing up. This variety here is not the highest, best variety if you got heavy mold pressure like this year. Everybody probably has some mold in their farm. We did spray a fair bit of Acapello and Preaxer and for suppressing white mold. Those products actually did a pretty good job, but this year with all the dense foliage, there's still some mold out there, but definitely it did pay to spray those products, especially if you had a variety that is more sensitive to white mold. And what the white mold does is, I guess about 2 weeks ago, you could see a lot of it showing up. And the leaves, you get the odd plant that the leaves are dying prematurely. And it's one of the diseases you can actually see from the pickup truck going down the road. So the bad thing is your neighbors can see it too, and in your field. But there's a number of fields out there that have the white mold, and depending on the severity, you're going to have some yield loss with white mold. We've seen a lot of cases, it might be only anywhere between 5 to 20% yield losses, depending on how bad it is. But